Ever notice how two travelers on the same flight can have completely opposite experiences? One shivering, twisted in their seat, and the other calm, cozy, and asleep before takeoff. The difference is in luck, wealth, or even frequent flyer status. It's strategy. Your outfit might seem like an afterthought when booking flights and checking schedules, but seasoned travelers know it's one of the most critical decisions you can make. I still remember watching a man board a long haul to London in flip-flops and shorts, looking carefree. 2 hours in, he was wrapped in 3 paper-thin airline blankets, teeth chattering, begging the flight attendant for socks. Across the aisle, a woman in breathable layers, compression socks, and slip-on sneakers slept peacefully, waking only when breakfast trays rattled by. After logging over 200,000 miles to more than 60 countries and interviewing dozens of flight attendants, I've seen one pattern repeat. Passengers who dress strategically don't just survive flights, they thrive. They clear security faster, stay comfortable through wild cabin temperature swings, and often even get better treatment from airline staff. This isn't about fashion, it's about designing your outfit to handle the hidden stress tests of air travel. And today, we're breaking down exactly how to do it. Footwear might be the last thing you think about before flying, but it can define your entire travel experience. I've seen countless travelers sabotage themselves with poor shoe choices, and the results are rarely pretty. The first mistake? Complicated lace-up boots or high tops? Sure, they might look stylish, but they're a nightmare at security. I once timed myself removing military-style boots, nearly 2 full minutes while balancing on one foot, holding up the line behind me. Meanwhile, the guy next to me in slip-ons breezed through in seconds. The second mistake is flip-flops or flimsy sandals. They offer zero support for long treks through massive terminals, slip easily on moving walkways, and expose your bare feet to filthy airport floors. One flight attendant told me she wouldn't walk barefoot in an airport even for $1,000. And the third mistake, new shoes you haven't broken in yet. A 6-hour flight is not the time to discover where they rub blisters. One follower wore brand new boots to Paris and spent her first 2 vacation days limping around in hotel slippers. The solution is simple. Slip-on sneakers with arch support and breathable socks. They slide off easily at security, cushion your feet through long walks, and keep you safe, clean, and comfortable. Most travelers underestimate how much their feet can affect their in-flight comfort. Studies have found that airport floors carry more bacteria than a toilet seat, so walking barefoot or in thin socks at security is asking for trouble. But hygiene is just the start. At 35,000 feet, your feet swell naturally, sometimes by a full shoe size. Tight socks can cut off circulation and increase your risk of deep vein thrombosis on longer flights. On the flip side, skipping socks altogether invites even worse problems. I interviewed a frequent flyer who went sockless on a 14-hour flight. His feet swelled so much he couldn't get his shoes back on and had to shuffle through customs in flimsy airline slippers. The game changer? Compression socks. Not the thick medical kind, but modern graduated compression socks made with moisture-wicking fabrics. I tested them on 2 identical flights from New York to Los Angeles. One with regular socks, one with compression socks. The difference was striking. No ankle swelling, no heavy legs, and I arrived feeling fresher. Even flight attendants swear by them. A small switch, but one that can transform how your whole body feels when you land. Shorts might feel like the easy choice for air travel, but they're one of the biggest outfit mistakes you can make. Planes are far colder than most people expect, with recirculated cabin air hovering around 65-70 degrees, 18-21 degrees. Sit by a vent and you'll feel like you're in a freezer. I've seen plenty of passengers shivering under thin airline blankets, unable to sleep. But comfort isn't the only concern. Hygiene matters too. Hundreds of people sit in those seats every month, and they're not deeply cleaned between flights. Do you really want your bare skin touching fabric that's seen spilled drinks, sweat, or worse? And here's a safety twist. A safety expert once explained that in a fire, synthetic fabrics like polyester can melt into your skin, while natural fibers like cotton simply burn away. So what's the solution? Lightweight, breathable pants with stretch and a soft waistband. My go-to is cotton blend joggers. They're comfy enough to sleep in, but polished enough for meetings right after landing. Skip the shorts. Choose pants that protect, insulate, and still let you move freely through tight cabins and long travel days. Underwear might seem trivial, but after 6 hours in a cramped seat, you'll regret ignoring it. Normal underwear isn't built for sitting still that long. Seams you don't notice at home become pressure points, and fabrics that feel fine on the ground can trap heat and moisture in the low-humidity airplane cabin. After one particularly miserable flight in slightly too tight underwear, I started asking frequent flyers about their preferences. The consensus was clear. Everyday underwear isn't ideal for long flights. A Virgin Atlantic flight attendant shared this rule. If you can feel it, it's wrong. The best travel underwear is something you can forget you're wearing. Soft, breathable, no tight elastics, and no scratchy lace. Cotton breathes but holds moisture. So many travelers prefer moisture-wicking athletic styles with flat seams. And here's my favorite trick. I always pack a fresh pair in my carry-on. Changing halfway through a long haul or before landing instantly makes you feel human again. It's a tiny detail that makes a big difference in your mood and comfort after hours in the air. Airplane temperatures are unpredictable. Freezing at boarding, stifling mid-flight, then chilly again before landing. The secret isn't one magical outfit, it's layering. I learned this after flying from Miami's 90 degrees of heat to Stockholm's 40 degrees of chill in one day, dressed completely wrong. Now my layering system works for any climate. Start with a moisture-wicking base like a cotton or merino t-shirt. Add a warm mid-layer such as a lightweight hoodie or zip-up sweater. Top it off with a versatile outer layer that doubles as a blanket or pillow if needed. Each piece should be thin enough to pack easily, but substantial enough to wear solo as temperatures shift. A flight attendant told me she always carries a light scarf.
Thank you.
It can serve as a blanket, eye mask, or even neck pillow. Natural fabrics like merino wool, bamboo, and cotton regulate temperature far better than synthetics, breathing when you're warm and insulating when you're cold. The key is flexibility. Layers let you adapt to sudden temperature swings without piling on bulky clothing that leaves you sweaty and cramped in tight seats. Accessories seem small, but they can make or break your airport experience. Metal jewelry is the #1 cause of security slowdowns. Worth it for Fashion Week maybe, but not for a 6 a.m. flight. I've watched people miss connections, struggling to remove bracelets or belts at security. Belts are another culprit. You'll have to remove them anyway, so pack them and put them on after screening. The same goes for heavy watches. They slow down security and can get left behind in bins. Instead, focus on gear that boosts comfort. A quality eye mask for blocking cabin light, noise-canceling earbuds to drown out crying babies, and a small crossbody bag for your essentials. My favorite bags are RFID blocking, slim enough to wear in your seat, but big enough for passport, phone, and boarding pass. They spare you from digging through your carry-on every time you need something. Traveling light and metal-free speeds you through security, keeps your hands free, and lets you settle into your seat without stress. Flight attendants notice far more about your outfit than you think, not to judge fashion, but to gauge how you'll behave on board. After interviewing crews from 3 major airlines, I learned they can often spot seasoned travelers at first glance. It's not about price tags or designer logos. What impresses them is preparation, closed-toe shoes for safety, layered clothing to adapt to temperature changes, and outfits that won't sprawl into neighboring seats. What makes them cringe? Bare feet, overpowering perfumes, and bulky coats that hog overhead bin space. Interestingly, multiple attendants admitted they tend to give better service to passengers who look neat. Not because they play favorites, but because those passengers usually act more politely and patiently. As one put it, people who board in pajamas often treat the plane like their living room. You don't need to dress up, but aiming for neat casual can subtly shape how staff and even fellow travelers treat you. Looking composed signals you'll be an easy passenger. and crews always appreciate that. Your travel outfit isn't about chasing compliments or looking like an influencer. It's about survival, comfort, and strategy. Every element you wear affects how smoothly you move through airports, how your body handles hours in a pressurized tube, and how others treat you along the way. Dress well, and you breeze through security, avoid blisters, stay warm, and maybe even get a smile from the crew. Dress poorly, and you're shivering under thin blankets, limping on swollen feet and praying for landing. Travel is stressful enough. Your outfit shouldn't make it harder. So next time you pack for a flight, think beyond fashion. Plan your outfit like a toolkit for the journey ahead. If you've had your own outfit disaster or have a go-to airplane ensemble that never fails, drop it in the comments. I read everyone. And if you found this guide helpful, hit like, subscribe to Journey Tips, and share it with someone who might need it. It could save them from a miserable flight. Safe travels, and I'll see you on the next journey.